This is a long post, but it's my story into crochet. I hope you stay to listen. Love you. Bye. So my therapist asked me a question. She was just like, if you were to do an interview and somebody were to ask you how you got into crochet, that journey, present day, what would that story look like? To which I was just like, that story has changed so many times. I wouldn't even know where to begin. And so she was like, well, try, give it a shot. To which I was just like, okay, well, at 26 years old is when I learned how to crochet. Basically, I went to my friend's house. She knew how to crochet. I knew how to knit. We were trying to exchange gifts. We could walk away having 2 skills below our belt. The following day, she knew how to crochet. She came with that. I knew how to knit. I came with that. We walked away with the same skills we came with. But I also learned that from watching her, crochet was so much faster to me than knitting. So that's how I got into crochet at 26 years old, through YouTube University and also my friend introducing crochet to me. Then one of my friends was having a daughter and I was like, oh, I can make baby stuff. Made it into a business called Riley and Lizzie's Creations. Riley for my goddaughter, Lizzie for my niece. When I had my niece, I made even more baby stuff, and then I got bored. So I kind of stopped making baby stuff as soon as I started. I got bored. And then not to mention people ordering stuff, me making stuff, not doing business right. I mean, I still have crochet baby stuff in my closet. At this point, these kids should be at least 12 or 13 years old now. So there's that. Fast forward to dealing with Christianity and horrible pastors and church hurt. I moved to the scariest place in the world, New Orleans, because they thought, oh, the devil is down there in voodoo and she's a devil worshiper. So my crochet became a lot of sexual things, where it was crochet vaginas and penises and lips surrounding penises and boobs that had tassels on them, all crochet, right? Got bored with that too. Fast forward to 2020, before COVID happened, I joined my first crew called Crew of Goddesses. I didn't have the money to buy an actual costume, so I made a costume. In the midst of me making that costume, I was also making crochet bralette tops, because I figured it's so hot in Louisiana, who wants to wear a bra? Not me. But in 2019, I got hit by a car riding my bike leaving the French Quarter, and very quickly, from nerve pain and nerve damage, I couldn't wear any kind of crochet on me at all, because it made the nerve damage and the nerve pain just really, really uncomfortable. It was a very weird feeling that my body felt when yarn was on it. So there's that. And then fast forward to 2021, September 10th, 2021. My cousin, Leland Boykins, was murdered by the police when they did an illegal pit maneuver on the car that he was riding in. So my crochet kind of went to uplifting Black women in history, but also highlighting police brutality. Yeah, I kind of got quiet with that because I was nervous when it came to my brother and his run-ins with the police, and wondering if I got too loud, if I got too noticeable, they would try to attack him. And then fast forward to me moving back to New Orleans in 2022. I didn't really have any friends, so I was trying to figure out how could I gain friends. So me as a Black woman, surround myself with Black women. I did that. I worked at a Black-owned plant store. I will not say the name, but I will say it truly was an experience. One that I had to do a lot of healing from, where I felt like, okay, well, if I'm not going to have any Black women as friends here, I will create different pieces celebrating Black women in history, and I'll be surrounded by what I am seeking. Although they're historical, I'm still surrounded by them. So versus me having girlfriends to talk to, I was talking to Henriette DeLille, a Black nun from New Orleans becoming a saint. I was talking to the Egyptian African goddess Hathor. I was talking to Madam C.J. Walker. I was talking to Betty Boop. I was talking to Medusa. I was talking to any Black woman that I had created from crochet, from wearable art pieces. And now I'm trying to figure out how to rebrand myself and how to tell my story in such a way that shows the triumph over all the heartbreak and sadness I've dealt with, and how crochet truly is my safe space and how it truly has saved me. So that's my story into crochet.